Hello, everybody. I would love to tell you something about a new perspective of mine about perceiving the dark and the light. In this time, it's very popular theme at the moment. You can see it all around you, and people talk a lot about, the dark side and the light side and the good and the bad and the divide and everything, Yeah. And of course, that's okay as well. And for me, I am going through a lot of, dark nights of the soul, and really coming counter of a lot of my shadow aspects. And so now I want to dive just a little bit deeper into how I would love to perceive these consciousnesses because they're, two consciousnesses, or how do you say this? No, they're frequencies. Frequency is, oh, darn it. The English language. Oh dear. Well, anyway, so um so for me, if I talk about the dark and the light in me, I feel an instant divide in me, like a separation in me. And it's not such a good feeling, and especially because I am really diving into my shadow sides, I feel it's more lovingly towards me, and also because it gives more unity inside of me if I can perceive it in a different way. So, not perceive it like I have dark and light in me, but that I am one consciousness. And in this consciousness, I have these frequencies, different kind of frequencies. So you have a higher frequency, you got a lower frequency, and everything in between. So, and when I perceive it like that, it feels so much more loving and more like unity. And so, if I can perceive it, that kind of, truth in me, and I can feel that unity in me, I can see the world like that as well. So, if something happens or I see something that usually I could see or I could talk about it like, oh my God, that's so dark and that's so bad. Now I can still see that because I'm not pushing it away and I still want to see it. It's not like I'm, in a denial kind of state, but I'm still perceiving it. And then I just think to myself, you know what? It's just another frequency. We are one consciousness. The whole world is one consciousness. And in this world of consciousness, there are different kind of frequencies. And it feels instant like unity. And it doesn't make that I'm in denial of that there's no bad stuff going on or not good stuff going on, because everything is there, because we're just living in this dualistic world called Earth. That's just the way it is. And there's a lot of contrast. So I don't deny that part, because it's also a beautiful part, because of the differences, we can really choose something different. Because if everybody was all good, lovey, and light, you can never choose something else. And now I can choose another perspective, how I perceive things. So instead of looking at myself and telling me that I have dark and light in me, I love to see it like I am one consciousness. That all that I have is just different kind of frequencies inside of me. And the same goes, for the world. So then I do not feel a separation in me, but I feel a unity in me. And for me, that's like the 5D perspective of, still having the different kind of frequencies, because I really believe that in the 5D dimension, we still have this thing called contrast, you know? So the different kind of frequencies, we still have that. That's my perception. That's my truth. So we still have those different kind of frequencies, but um, we still have that, but it's not, in like we have here, like the dark and the light. You just have different kind of frequencies. And there's no better or worse or good or bad, but it's just one unity. So for me, right now, in this now moment, I would really love to feel the same, to feel this 5D consciousness truth that I perceive as truth, in me, that I am just one consciousness with different kind of frequencies. Feels more like unity instead of divide. I love to be in peace with me. I love to be at one consciousness in me. I would love to feel that. And not the two things, or not more things, or not the good things and the bad things. I would love to, make it one. And I can only make it one if I perceive it like this, that I am one consciousness. And inside of the consciousness, there are just different layers or different frequencies of, energy. That's it. So this was my perspective of my truth. And maybe it resonates with you. And if not, that's okay too, And maybe it helps. And maybe it doesn't. But all is well. And I love you. And I'll see you the next time. So thank you for listening to me.